All right. So we've gotten a lot of questions about how much money we've actually put into Splinterlands and how much we've gotten out of it. Decided to throw together a video kind of breaking that down.
Been playing the game in total for around 2 years, I think, since COVID.
Yeah,
And in total, how much have we put in, Claude?
like 1900, 1972 roughly.
USD.
Yeah.
And that includes, what did we buy?
So we bought 5 plots of land in the span of those 2 years or whatever. We bought like a bunch of packs, quite a bit of cards, and that's pretty much it. But in total, it's like just under 2 grand. Now, currently, what just one of those land plots is worth is 2,600 USD. That's like our best land plot. And then the other land plots combined, so the other 4 land plots combined are 200 USD. Like this is all approximate. So if we were to sell everything, we would, make our money back, but it would
Okay.
only be like a couple $100. So it's not worth the 3 years that we put in if we sell everything right now. At least,
Potentially, unlike what we've just seen in the market, doesn't mean people are buying the plots of land at that price.
yeah,
It's just what they're listed at. So now with our assets, here's kind of what we're getting out of it today.
yeah,
So we put in 1900 around USD. We have 5 plots of land, 1 keep, and a bunch of card packs.
yeah.
What is that doing for us now?
The the land as it stands right now, like passive income wise, is making around like 4,000 SPS. Like this is just the land, 4,000 SPS per year, which comes out to at the current price of SPS right now, or the current conversion rate, it comes out to about like 120 USD per year. So at that rate, you do the math, but whatever, like 20 years for us to, to make back our investment. So, I mean, not great, but we do expect the price of SPS to go up. So hopefully that will change and that will increase. Also, people aren't mining a lot of SPS right now, so we're not getting a lot of that SPS from our keep because people aren't mining that SPS. A lot of people are focusing on grain and all that. But because a lot of people aren't mining SPS, we're not getting a lot of SPS from our taxes, from our keep. So that's obviously a lower number. So, I mean, optimistically, we do expect that to go up. But yeah, so about 120 just from that. And then per year, we make about like $50 USD from all the battle rewards that we get, which is not bad. I mean, like, if you're starting out, $50 in battle rewards, like
For just playing a
for
game.
just playing the game, is not that bad. Granted, we did put like quite a bit into the cards that we have, so we probably would be winning a lot more than like the standard user starting out. But I mean, even if you're making half of that and you don't put any money into it,
It's still
it's like
it's
yeah,
still something.
exactly.
I guess, right?
$25 a year, you haven't done anything to do it. But yeah, and then also there's a $10 fee like when you're starting out. We forgot to mention that, but
Yeah.
that's part of the 1900 that we've put into this. It's you need a $10 like spell book is what they call it,
Yeah.
to in order to start making money in the game. So I mean that's that. The other kind of upside here is when they start rolling out the next phase in land, grain, like the one of the other resources that we produce. We haven't included it in our valuation, but apparently that's supposed to have like some kind of market so that you can sell it. So whatever we produce, we'd be able to sell that as well, and then that would potentially create more revenue.
Yeah. And another thing we should point out too is we got really, really lucky to
Yeah.
get one of these keeps. If we kind of just had regular plots of land, we would be even more in the hole than we are now.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
we kind of lucked out, and that's another thing to consider if you're getting into this game.
If we didn't have the keep, we wouldn't be able to sell all of our assets for like 2,800 USD. Instead, we'd probably be selling it for like 300 USD.
Yeah.
And then instead of us being at a possible positive there of whatever that net is, 1900 to 2800, we would actually be at a deficit of like 1600 USD. So we would be in a much worse position. So we,
We're being like, if you're watching this video, it's like, oh my god, pretty negative, right?
yeah,
But this is basically our plan going forward with this game to hopefully make a consistent profit, because that's basically what we want to do. We just
yeah,
want to make, even if it's a small amount, a consistent amount of passive income.
yeah. And I mean, we've, I mean, at least our philosophy is it's kind of a sunk cost right now. We've already put it all in here, so we might as well, reap the benefits of it. Basically, our strategy is just kind of hold on to land, and at least until the next release comes out. There's a lot of stuff that the Splinterlands team has talked about that could potentially create more revenue streams for like us, people who have land, and other people who are just getting into the game. There's this concept called land surfing that they're going to try and bring out, which is basically anyone who has cards can have, even if they don't have a land plot, they have the ability to use their cards on someone else's vacant land. They pay a fee to work
Mm,
that land, and they in turn get a portion of the rewards from staking that land. So a lot of like new users, if they don't want to spend like $100 on a land plot, they can just use their cards and still generate revenue that way. So all that being said, we do have a couple vacant land plots that we don't have enough cards for, and we don't really want to pay more more money into the game, at
yeah,
least not yet, until we see more returns.
tapped out.
So this new kind of land surfing idea could be a good revenue stream for us because we see maybe other like users being able to use our land to their advantage and to our advantage. So
Yeah,
that could be one good thing. Another thing is the land that we have right now is supposed to create these like spell cards is what
yeah,
they're calling them. Um, and it's basically you get to mint them. So you get to create them, and then these spell cards can be used in the battles. So again,
yeah.
more spell cards, and then I'm not quite sure if they have if they're gonna have a market for these spell cards where you can sell them. I don't think that's in the roadmap yet, but
Who
could be
knows?
a possibility in the future. Either way, they will help us at least win battles,
Yeah,
and then winning more battles means getting more battle rewards, possibly getting into a higher league, and then getting even more battle rewards. Like
yeah,
right now, we're in bronze. We get the worst rewards out there.
yeah.
So
So hopefully it can be like exponential growth. You know what I mean? Like a little bit better cards in the rewards, better league,
yeah,
consistent better cards, better rewards.
exactly. So I guess in short, the strategy would be to make SPS from our land, use that SPS to get better cards, use better cards to put on our land to get more SPS, and then try and keep that cycle going. And then eventually, once we get better cards, and we're happy with the state of our land, we can start using those better cards in our battles, climb leagues, and get more rewards. And
Yeah,
then obviously what we just talked about, the land surfing, so that's possibly another stream of income, and then the what's it called, spell cards and everything to help us in battles as well.
so yeah, that's our strategy. But at the end of the day, if you're new to this, would we recommend investing in Splinterlands?
Honestly, you could get in for much much less than we did right now, because currently so we bought our land plots each one for like I guess an average of like $500, maybe a bit less, maybe like an average of $300. You can get a few land plots now for like $30, $35. Granted, they're not like the best land plots. They've already been surveyed and stuff, but you can get in much cheaper, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying, than we did. So in that sense, it's kind of good. You don't have the chance to get lucky like we did though and get a keep for a discounted rate because all those plots have been surveyed. You know exactly what you're getting. When we bought them for
yeah,
500, we didn't know what we were getting. That was kind of part of the mystery. So in that sense, it's like it's kind of a double-edged sword. You're good, you're because you can get in cheap, but you can't get, potentially lucky with a super nice land plot. That's just for land. For the card game itself, like I mean, we used to play like Yu-Gi-Oh as kids, and we kind of liked it. So,
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
it's
it's
just for fun
yeah,
too
like it's just
sometimes.
for fun. If you're playing just for fun, it costs like $10, and you can play however much you want. So in that sense, it's also pretty good. You can get in pretty cheap. And then if you wanted to buy cards and stuff like that, cards are kind of going up right now because of land, but you don't need to have cards in the game in order to play. They
Yeah,
give you starter cards that you're able to play with,
and they're good enough to like
and
get you going.
exactly, and they're good enough to get you started. So you don't have to pay for cards off the bat. You pay $10 to start playing the game, and then land is also super cheap right now. So honestly,
Yeah, and the thing also too is they're kind of in this stage where it seems like the actual company has pretty big things planned.
yeah,
They're pretty stable compared to other games as well. So
yeah,
like they're probably going to be around for a while and make this like a legit thing. So
yeah.
that's also important to consider. Nice guys. So let us know in the comments if you're playing, what your strategy is, if you're in the positive or the negative. Love to hear it. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for stopping by. See you later.
Later.